Hello, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft with Winkleberg. I am your host, Winkleberg. So as promised in the last video, I've cleared out this area, and now you can see the wonderful view of the bay area. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing a little bit of how this process went of creating the hallways. I'm also going to show how I went about detailing this staircase. We're going to finish this staircase, and I'm also going to create two new tunnels to the outside. So both of these areas on both sides here are both going to lead all the way to the outside over there, and will be our main entryways to this base. So I might be building a gate and a moat over there, I'm not really sure yet, but that is the plan for today's episode, so let's get on with it. The biggest factor that came into account when making these hallways was repetition. So all the way down, you want to make sure that you have this same pattern going down, whatever that may be, whatever you may choose to build, just keep the same pattern, especially in long hallways like this, because it makes it really easy to have a nice looking build. Again, keeping those depths with the stair blocks, keeping the different texture with the chiseled stone, and lighting fixtures are extremely important. So I have the sea lanterns here, double sea lanterns, give it a little bit of variation here with the one block here and the two blocks down there, keeping the two blocks here. Help break that up and make sure that the pattern wasn't too similar. Again, keeping the different textured cobbled stone stair block will help this draw the attention of the user up, or of the user of this base up towards the sky. And then this opens up a little bit to the outside. I think, looking back on it, I probably should have opened this up a little bit more, but it's not terrible, And I also would like to extend it back a little bit more, but unfortunately, this hallway is actually at the end of the mountain, so that block right there actually leads to the outside. So I couldn't push any farther back. This is the way we had to do it. I added a water feature here in the back to give it a little bit of variation in color, but still ties it together using the underwater, almost the sea lantern feel, putting some sea lanterns down under here for lighting, and in the back for another added feature. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure that this is what I'm going to be sticking with for the staircase design necessarily, but I think this is the way that I will be keeping the top of the stairs. So as you can see, I have repeating sea lanterns coming all the way down the stairs with a pattern of stone and chiseled, or not chiseled stone, some regular stone and some stone block. What are these things? Stone block slabs. That's what it is. Wow, that took way too long. Stone block slabs, and also utilizing the cobblestone stairs on the top to again give it that variation. So this is definitely the pattern that I'm going to stick with. I'm going to keep that repeating all the way up here. I might do a double sea lantern here because there's an even number of blocks across the top here, as where there is only in contrast to the odd number of blocks here. I did want to keep this different, so I put these stone slabs on the side here because there needed to be a little bit of separation. I thought about doing that on both sides, but then it would just get to be too wide. I already have to redo this whole staircase. So I'm sticking with what I have. This is what it is. I mean, I know I could do a little bit of difference, maybe create a little bit of difference there to change that up a little bit, but that's just how it's going to be. So I'm going to keep going with this design. This corner right here is actually incredibly difficult to construct because of the way that this pattern had, like, both of these two patterns kind of collided here. So we had a downstair there, we had an upstair here. We had the roof of this side of the build colliding with the roof of the hallway. It all kind of comes to a point right here. So this is the pattern that I decided to come up with by extending this pattern upward and continuing the hallway pattern all the way into the stair to keep it at that same level. So I did open up this top part a little bit, so that way even from the throne room, as soon as you start descending, you can see the wonderful view of the outside here. And we're going to then finish this side, do the exact same thing that we did on this side over here, and I will be right back. Alright, so as you may be able to tell, I've made some changes with pretty much everything here, honestly. I kind of redesigned the concept, so I'm keeping this side to the sea stone or the sea lanterns and kind of water theme going on here, and the architecture is still going to stay pretty much the same, but I've changed this side to now be, instead of the white stained glass and sea lanterns, to be oh, what is this called? Why am I blanking on this already? Glowstone and black stained glass. And I've changed up the light fixture here as well. I've added all of this in here. Oh, and instead of doing water, I'm now doing lava on that side. So you have the two halves. You have lava, glowstone, black stained glass, white stained glass, sea lanterns, and water on this side. So we're gonna do kind of like a mixture build. I wasn't able to do the hallways. I apologize. I'll throw that in the start of the next video. But I just don't have time to do that this week. So yeah. So what the idea I had is that since this side over here, when you keep going farther down, it connects down to the seaport over there. So I'll show you that really quick. Okay, boom. So if you go down that way, there's a seaport over there. And I think what I'm going to do is have this side be like the more elven kind of side. And then this is going to be actually like an ambassador building, a place where people come to do meetings between the dwarves and the elves. So this half is going to be all dwarven with lava, and there's actually going to be my nether portal room down here, which I've already started as well. And there's strip mines on my strip mines on this side. How did you get over here? Came through the nether, I guess. So yeah, my nether portal room's right here. We have storage, all the kind of dwarven things that you would normally see. And then the other half is going to be all of the elven things, like a seaport and possibly, oh, I don't know, like an elytra launcher maybe. And I'll do all that kind of stuff over there on that half. And this half will be all the dwarven stuff. So that is the kind of the idea I came up with, and I think I'm actually going to stick with that now throughout the rest of this build. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it all comes together. There will be pretty much uniform architecture, as you can see, with the stone and the stone slabs, the stone bricks, and all of those kind of things. Those will remain constant throughout the build, but we're going to be using this kind of theme now, and I think that's what I'm going to stick with, because I don't know, I had that idea and I was like, wow, you know what? That is what this is. That's going to be really cool. It's two halves, like light and dark, above ground, below ground. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. So that's what we're going to do with this, and I'm going to keep working on doing the hallway. I'll probably just come in, show you guys the hallway at the start of the next video. I'll probably have that finished before I even start recording. And then hopefully next video we'll be working on this. I'm not sure if we'll get it done, but that will be the goal. So I guess hopefully this video turns out better than the first two, because man, those are unwatchable. The sound quality is terrible, and yeah, it's pretty sad. So I think that will be it, and I will hopefully see you guys next week.